Welcome back to 3x9. It's been a minute since I've posted on this channel. If you look around YouTube, you'll see that there's plenty of people teaching architectural CAD. But there's almost nothing dedicated specifically to landscape design, particularly within Vectorworks Landmark. It's a massive blind spot, and I feel like it's pretty underserved. When I started using Vectorworks and doing landscape design about 6 years ago, I really struggled to find a valuable tutorial series on YouTube. The other thing is knowing how to draw a nice 2D plan of a landscape design is good, but it's not really enough anymore to be able to secure those really high-end landscape design projects, the medium to large size residential projects, where you need to have a lot of really solid communication in your documentation around what's to be built, and be able to draw data out of your 3D model so that you can actually communicate that to the client and to the builder so that you can provide both an improved productivity within your business and also producing a better product. If you work in landscape design, you need real world systems, not just the basic tool overviews. So as I run my own remote landscape architecture studio, my time is like my most valuable asset. So every week you want to be building smart workflows, automated worksheets, eliminate that manual drafting overhead. And that's what I plan to be sharing with you guys through this channel. So instead of locking it away, I'm actually going to try and share as much of that as possible, starting off from a very basic tutorial level and then continuing to build on that over time. A key part of this too, though, is that I've always hated watching tutorials and not having the files to follow along with. So I've set up a Patreon called the Studio Floor. Basically, the way it's going to work is that every time I post a video here for the tutorial series that I'll be starting off with, I drop the exact Vectorworks checkpoint file into that Patreon, so that you're able to follow along with the exact file that I'll be using, the exact base plans that I'll be using, and you can pull those files apart and see exactly how I've modeled it whilst teaching you at the same time. So you can start at the beginning and work through with your file. And then if you do get stuck at all, you're able to check in with the file that I've got, see where things may have gone wrong for you, and then build off of it from there. This Patreon as well, though, as the channel progresses and we move on from the basics into more advanced elements, there's also the opportunity for you to submit your own project files, things that may not have been working for you in a particular design. You may have had trouble site modeling or modeling particular things. You can submit those through the Patreon. I'll be able to see them on my end and then upload videos and share lessons learned so that you are able to learn yourself. And I'm sure there's other people who struggle with the same things. And you'll be able to see how someone who works in the industry is actually able to progress through that. And you can implement some of those improvements in your own business if they're things that can help you provide a better service or produce work faster. Eventually, I'd like to be able to share some of my more higher end tools, like some of the parametric tools that I've created around modeling decks and pergolas and custom elements a little bit faster, as well as going through data records and how I'm able to share model specific information so that builders and clients are able to both see the design clearly, quote the design, things like that. So that's all in the future for what I'd like to be able to produce. And it'll be all coming through the Patreon. So jump over there and sign up if you'd like. After saying all of that though, if this channel sounds like something you get a lot of value out of, please hit subscribe. Next week, we're going to be kicking off with the level 1 tutorial series. So what that's going to involve is basically a very beginner level, start to finish of landscape design, making a combined 2D, 3D model that we'll be able to automatically pull reports out of for accurate material quantities and construction information. If that's something that you'd like, I'll see you there. Thanks for following the channel. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in Vectorworks.